But what you mentioned, I mean, one of the most interesting findings in the research was the way that the whole panoply of sort of social safety net programs, not just health care, but income support, nutrition assistance, the reason that we have such an inadequate safety net in this country has been studied by economists all over the world. And the number one reason why support for those programs has dropped in the last 40 years and stayed low by comparison to other Western industrialized nations is the belief, obviously a stereotypical and I would say racist belief, that those programs will be abused by black and brown folks, that those people are going to be the ones to benefit. Now, the great irony is if you have that attitude, then that means when you need those programs because of a layoff, because of the economy tanking, they're not going to be there for you either. So we have the weakest safety net. Historically, those affected by that would be overwhelmingly black and brown. Now, an awful lot of white folks who wish they had better health care, wish they had better assistance, don't either.
Is that why a lot of feminists say, that the New Deal was more popular than the Great Society programs because the New Deal didn't include women, people of color, immigrants?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the New Deal was very specifically a set of laws that, by and large, in policies and programs, that excluded folks of color. And so, interestingly, white Southerners, I mean, I'm from the South, white Southerners loved the New Deal. They loved the TVA program. They loved rural electrification. They loved the Works Progress Administration because it put them back to work. And the minute that Barry Goldwater in '64 went and campaigned in the South and talked about privatizing TVA, talked about ending the New Deal programs, they all sort of went, wait, what are you talking about? We want you to talk about civil rights. We want you to talk about the black folks. We don't want you to mess with our government programs. So white Americans historically loved government when we were the only ones who were going to benefit from it. And the minute that people of color began to gain access to some of the programs that had previously been off limits, that's when all these white Americans discovered their inner libertarian, but not until then.